A very good morning and welcome back to another daily market outlook. My name is Fabio and thank you for tuning into this daily video where I analyze the major dollar pairs and of course gold. First of all, my apologies for being a little bit late today. The Wi-Fi was not working in the office, so I was like running around like a chicken without a head, but finally I got it to work after an hour, so that's why the video is a little bit later. But as you can see, the sun is out and the weather is absolutely beautiful. So it's another beautiful and blessed day to be alive, guys. And let's just see what the markets are doing. So first of all, EURUSD, as always. What we can see is that last week, our overall bias played out to absolute perfection. You guys know it. This was our overall protected high, and this was the supply zone that we were looking for shorts from. As you can see, bias played out to the T. So I'm very glad to see a lot of you were able to capitalize on your USD shorts. Now, after breaking the fractal structure once again in towards the downside, being the low over here, we can very clearly see that our fractal structure is now once again new after breaking this low. Because this was the previous low that got broken, and at the time this was our fractal high, hence why it made sense to then look for shorts from this area of supply. However, now that we've broken the fractal low once again, what does it mean? We have a new fractal high. The fractal high is currently the high of this bearish candle over here. So you can see that the overall fractal range is getting very small here on EURUSD, meaning that we need to kind of see another next big impulsive phase if we want to get some cleaner price action. But overall, yeah, the daily should continue down lower until we break this black line over here. That is currently the fractal high. So daily overall looking bearish. Let's just quickly have a look at the weekly time frame. So on the weekly, what has happened is that we have taken out this overall swing low. So we could expect some form of a reaction soon on EURUSD. This is a significant swing low or a significant liquidity low, whatever you want to call it, as it is, let's say, the last major bump in the road up before coming back down in towards this major area of demand. So keep that in mind, that we could see a potential reaction from EURUSD this week. So going in towards the 4-hour time frame, because obviously we know that the daily is bearish with this black line here being our fractal high. What is interesting to see is that the fractal structure on the 4-hour is even more aggressive, because this is on the 4-hour time frame, your 4-hour fractal high. Okay, guys. So what is very important to understand is that this is currently the supply zone that is in control, and that the market could just continue down lower, from it. So if you zoom out a little bit, what you can then see is that the 4-hour swing structure is also bearish. So here we have the break of structure. Obviously on the 4-hour swing, this is going to be your swing high and this is going to be your swing low for now. We just remove that daily thing over there. So obviously it still makes sense, just to continue to look for shorts until we start breaking the 4-hour fractal high, the daily fractal high. Then it's going to get a far lower probability to look for shorts on EURUSD. So do keep that in mind. For now, aggressive shorts are on the table. However, it is getting lower probability as we're not trading in the pullback, but we're trading in the impulse, right? When you look at a market structure like this over here, where do you want to be inside of a trade? You want to be inside here, the lower high, right? You want to be inside the lower high. Do you want to be at the end of the impulse? Over here, no, preferably not. So preferably what you want to see is another pullback and then get that bearish confirmation again, and then you want to be trading from here on the potential new lower high, because then you have the biggest amount of room to get in on that short instead of just squeezing out another 60 pips or whatsoever. So that's what I'm looking for on EURUSD overall. Just a quick update, letting it form and develop over the day, and then we'll check it tomorrow. Looking here at the dollar index, we can see that last week's bias played out to absolute perfection as well. Looking here at the weekly, we can see that we've started the week bullish. You guys know what I'm actually kind of looking at. It's pretty much just this area of supply over here, this buy up before the sell down, expecting a potential pullback from there. We could expand it a little bit more, and then you would have this as your entire buy before the sell. And then you can see that you're already inside a supply zone. So now that we know that we're in a higher time from supply zone and we've seen a pretty overextended move in towards the upsides, what do you expect? Well, at some point in time, you do expect a pullback, right? Especially after breaking market structure so many times. So when do you expect a pullback? Well, reaching higher time frame area of supply, but also seeing a change of character. So now we know that the change of character structure is still bullish, right? We can see over here very clearly that it has been respected beautifully. Now, if we just remove the lines, then what you're going to be able to see is that the daily fractal structure currently has this as your daily fractal low. Okay, why is that the low? Well, because it is the most recent low that broke this high over here. So once this low goes, then there is going to be a potential pullback on the dollar, but as long as that low respects, then we should continue up higher, and this is currently our immediate area of demand that is still in control. Let's say we do see a pullback early this week or throughout this week, then I expect that demand zone for now to hold. But if that demand zone does break, then obviously we will shift our our bias, and we'll have an eye for these equal lows over here, for example. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for on the dollar. Now moving onwards into AUDUSD, we can see that AU has pushed down lower. Well, if you remember last week's outlook and we zoom out real quick, then you understand what I'm looking for on AU. Well, we can very clearly see that we've now tapped in towards this overall swing low, giving us potential for a pullback on AUDUSD, especially after, grabbing liquidity under such a significant swing low. There is room for a potential pullback. This is also a weekly area of demand over here. Obviously, it's not fresh, but yeah, after liquidating the initial tap, again, there is potential for a pullback. So it's getting riskier and riskier, in my opinion, to continue to short AU, especially after such a massive move in towards the downside. So what I'm now looking at here on the daily time frame is, okay, what is my fractal high again? So this is currently my fractal high over here. And if that fractal high were to be broken, that is the only moment then when I'm going to potentially look at a long. Okay, guys. So that is for now our area of supply as well. This buy up before the sell down, with this being our daily protected high over there. Then I go down in towards the 4-hour time frame, and then I see, okay, this is also my 4-hour swing structure, right? So swing high, swing low. Here we have the break of structure. Now, when you look at these kind of examples over here, obviously the overall market is trending in towards the downside. The overall market momentum is also bearish as well. But are you then, again, like I just explained on EURUSD, going to continue to short, especially after seeing a significant break of structure already? Because if you look at this over here, where is AU trading now? After the break of structure, it is trading literally all the way down over here. Again, where do we as traders want to get into these kind of markets? We want to get in on the impulse, right? So we would have wanted to get in over here, maybe or even over there. But as soon as the break of structure happens, still getting into shorts is getting riskier and riskier. Obviously, you can do it, but it's always going to be lower probability trades, because after a break of structure, what do you expect? You expect a pullback. So what I'm now looking at here is that this is currently the supply that is in control. It's a very tight supply. It's more just consolidation. This is currently your fractal high. Yes, the market could push down lower from here, but guys, don't be an idiot. Obviously, it can just sell off, but just understand as well that if you look at the 1-hour time frame, it's just kind of starting to consolidate, so it needs some time to develop. Also, there's no liquidity in this overall, let's say if we refine the supply zone on the 1-hour time frame, there's no liquidity in the overall push down, so it might as well just liquidate the high itself. So I'm not really looking at AU shorts for now. I need to see some more development, maybe a nice higher pullback, right? Get up into there, maybe then one more short to form kind of like another liquidity low, and then start looking for a reversal. Obviously, we'll just continue to short AU, EU, etc. until the dollar index shows its sign of a reversal. But if we want to take shorts kind of like as deep as we're currently looking at markets, then obviously you want to be trading on the lower high, not on the actual lower low itself. So that's what I'm looking at on AU. Going into GU, what is happening over there? GU is just selling off like an absolute madman. Yeah, what can I say about this? Well, obviously this is now our 4-hour fractal low. This just gives or indicates how bearish it is. This is currently like the supply zone that is in control. I'm not very interested in GU at the moment. Obviously, we've had a lot of people trying to buy this. I really respect you if you were trying to buy GU over the last weeks, but yeah, or not, because it just really didn't make any sense at all. If we're looking here at the daily time frame, we can just see that the momentum is still in towards the downside. At this point in time, again, here we had a break of structure. Then this over here is your swing high. This is now your swing low. So again, if we look at market structure, we see the impulse down, we see the retracement, we see the impulse down. So where is the market trading at this point in time, guys? Well, after the break of structure over here, which we had over here, now market is trading over here, which is over here. So obviously we're already trading very, very far from the break of structure, 378 pips distance. So again, does it make sense to keep on shorting GU when you're trading over here? Not really. What we want to see is preferably a pullback in towards this overall buy before the sell, and then look for a short, get in on any potential lower high, right? That would make 10 times more sense. So again, I'll be sitting GU out for now until it makes a sizable retracement, because I don't want to be keeping on shorting the lower lows. And again, if we look here at the 4-hour swing structure, here we have the break of structure, here we have the 4-hour swing high. And then again, if we look at this, let's just say this is the impulse down, retracement, impulse down. I mean, where do you want to be shorting, guys? You want to be shorting from good areas of value. Obviously, what do we have over here? We have descending highs. So where would you want to be shorting once the highs have been taken out, and then boom, you know, you want to see liquidity get grabbed, then get the 4-hour change of character again, and then you want to be looking at a short. You don't want to be shorting over here, like on this mini area of supply, with this being the 4-hour fractal high. Obviously you can, and it might play out, because as long as the fractal structure remains intact, obviously we'll continue to look for shorts, but it is always going to be a lower probability setup. NZDUSD, going here into the daily time frame first. Again, very similar to AU. What I'm looking at on this is a little bit different, because there is still some room to fall. We still have these two lows open on NU, which I want to get taken out, or see get taken out. So that's NU. Then daily time frame, obviously very bearish. What can we say? Let's just delete the lines for you and do it all fresh. Well, I can say that this is currently the daily fractal high that broke this fractal low over here. So again, it is still bearish, but where are we trading? We're trading below supply, and you always want to be shorting inside of supply. So I need it to retrace before looking for further shorts, to be honest, based on the daily time frame. Then if I go in towards the 4-hour, you can see that at this point in time as well, the 4-hour fractal structure is still bearish. This is the 4-hour fractal structure, but preferably what I would want to see is, for example, these equal highs get taken out and a push in towards this supply zone, and then inside of there we see the 4-hour change of character again, and we look for shorts instead of just shorting from here. Obviously that is an opportunity, but it is again very risky. So what I'll do is I'll maybe look for shorts actually inside of, let's say, this supply zone over here. But then again, we've actually already tapped into it with this wick over here. So it's not ideal. So preferably on NU, I'll just wait. To be honest, I'll just wait for these equal highs here to get taken out and a push in towards this supply zone. That for me is the highest probability setup. Otherwise it's not very interesting. And then last of all, we have gold, of course. So gold has been continuously pushing up higher. This is now the fractal low over here. This is now the fractal high. Longs are still in control, or buyers are still in control. There's nothing really else to say than that, to be honest. Looking for another pullback to get in on another long in towards the upside. Daily is not very clear. 4 hours a lot more clear. So here, based on the 4-hour time frame, there is demand inside of this wick. Obviously, it is an NFP wick, so it's not very strong demand, because demand zones that are formed based on news are always going to be weaker. But let's see. What I'll be interested in, or more interested in, is currently this 1-hour high over here. If we can break that high, then I'll be looking to get in on a long on the demand zone that is then formed. Not looking for shorts at this point in time. So thank you so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic trading day, and speak soon.